I very often get asked about how do you find really good deals when it comes to buying property. There's loads of different ways, but sometimes you've literally just got to get yourself out there and you've got to walk the streets looking for deals, because you know what? They're not just going to land in your lap. You've got to be proactive when it comes to finding property deals. So with that in mind, last week I decided to do something completely different, and I wrote about 20 letters, and I just literally went to my investing area. I walked the streets and I looked for properties that were either on the market or they looked like they were doer-uppers, potentially where the owners had left, or maybe nobody knows who the owners are. And I just literally walked the streets and delivered 20 letters. Now, a lot of people say, well, look, Rick, these deals are out there on Rightmove and Zoopla. Why do you need to go and walk the streets? Well, sometimes they're not. And sometimes the property owner might have been considering selling, and maybe a letter would just encourage them to tip them over the line. And very often, some landlords will also like to list their own properties to avoid paying agency fees, etc. So this is what I did. I went out there and I did this. Okay, so I'm going to do something a little bit different today. Now I'm going to have to do this selfie style because I haven't got George with me because he's on holiday. Now, my portfolio at the moment, I'm looking to increase the size of it, so I'm looking for more deals. So what I thought I'd do today is literally go and walk the streets to see if there's anything out there that's not yet advertised on the internet. What do I mean? Well, very often, some landlords will try and sell their properties privately. Sometimes they're dilapidated and they're not even on the market, so they won't be on the internet. And sometimes they may have only literally just been listed, the for sale board's gone up, but they're not yet advertised on Rightmove or Zoopla. So I'm going to get some letters together. I'm going to go out and I'm going to deliver them. Let's see if we get any deals. Right, so I've just written this letter. Dear homeowner, my name is Rick Gannon and I'm a local property investor. I passed your property today and I wondered if you would consider selling. I'm currently looking for properties of this size and in this location. Please can you drop me a line to discuss further? Kind regards, Rick Gannon, New Era Property. Doesn't have to be all bells and whistles. It's nice and to the point. I'm going to print about 20. I'm going to go now and walk the streets. I'm going to deliver them. Let's see if we get any deals. Right, I've got 20 letters. I've only printed 20. You don't want to go mad. And I'm going to head over to the area that's populated with the most student properties, so close to the university. Because that's likely to be the most HMO type or the HMO suitable properties. And then I'm going to deliver them, see what we find. Now we are in very much of a Article 4 area, which means that you can't turn any properties into HMOs in this particular area without planning permission. But that's okay, because there are already properties here that are being advertised as HMOs. So you can actually get hold of a HMO in an Article 4 area and still use it as a HMO. Now, there's other ways that you can do this. You can write directly to the landlords that are registered as having HMOs. But if you don't come out and actually physically look around you and see what's going on, then sometimes you can miss loads of opportunities. And I've just driven past a property that's got a sold sign outside, but it doesn't mean to say that it's still not going to be available, because it could fall through at any time. So I'm going to head there first. I'm going to put a letter through their letterbox. Let's have a look. I've seen a property that I really like as well that I'm going to come back to, but before I do that I'm going to head over to this one on the main road. This is the one. Now if you look at this, it looks quite dilapidated, but it has got sold. But it doesn't mean that it's going to go through, so it's worth a chance. Right, over to the next one then. There are so many opportunities here. So the ones that I'm targeting are the ones that look like they could do with the liquor paint, they could do with a bit of a doer-upper, which means that we can add value and then potentially refinance our money back out of the deal, like this one. Now I've already got some properties on this road. Now this is a good one. I don't even know if it's occupied. Looks like this one's empty. Yeah, it's empty. That would be a perfect one. So this house is empty, There's nobody living there. It doesn't look like it's being refurbished. And there's no for sale sign. And this is the kind of property that you're going to miss if you don't come out and physically walk the streets. I've already got some property down this road. Do you remember the one with the Party Wall Act? It's actually one of the roads off here. I've just found another perfect one. Good look at this one. You can see, look, it needs a doer-upper. Needs new windows for sure. Kind of stock that we're looking for. It's perfect for us. So anything really that we can do up and we can fix up and maybe flip, or anything that we could use as a multi-let. Okay, that's it for this road. It's dog howling. Can you hear it? So what have we got left? Got about 15 left to do, but I've really found some. Hang on, that's for sale. This one's already for sale. I'll pop a note through there. Get the owner to give us a call, perhaps. There's some really great properties out here, folks. You know, if you get out there and actually look, I think 2 or 3 of these already, they're not advertised on the open market. So you're just not going to find them unless you come out looking for them. I did a video like this about a year ago, and loads of people said, why don't you just look on Rightmove or Zoopla? Well, they're not always listed on Rightmove or Zoopla. Sometimes, and very often, they're not listed at all, not anywhere. This is a good one. And pop another one through this door. So we've got massive overgrown garden here. I reckon this is probably a student property. This is the type of stock that we're looking for. I've already got houses on this road as well, which is ideal. It looks like flats actually. Right, I've got 5 left. Do you remember the property that we had the issue with the party wall? That's that one. We're really making a good job of that. It's looking really smart. And the house next door has been sold, but the problem is you can't turn it into a HMO because they've lost their HMO permission. And one of the reasons we didn't put an offer in. I think their letterbox was sealed shut. Okay, so I've targeted the area that I wanted to. I've delivered 18 letters. I'm going to see if I can get rid of the last 2. If there's anywhere that... What I've been looking for specifically is properties that need doing up. Something that, you know, we can add value to, which means then we can then refinance at a higher value and then draw the money back out if we buy it. But there's quite a lot of properties down here that need a little bit of added value. So I'm really happy with what I've done. Let's hope the phone starts ringing. Let's take it from there. So I was just about to finish, and I've actually parked right outside the perfect property that could be a flip. Look at this one. It's ideal. So I'm going to pop another one through this door before we finish. And I hope we get some results. I've been stared at by a cat. Wow, it's hot in here. Okay, I've done. So, I've delivered 19 out of the 20 letters, and it's so surprising how much stuff is out there. I mean, there's literally one that side and one that side of me that I'm looking at now, neither of which have got for sale signs. They might not be for sale, that's okay, but they might consider if they read the letter. You just never know. So I'm really pleased. It's a really good sort of hours proactive work. And what I'll do is, if I get any phone calls from these, I'll then come out, I'll organise a viewing, I'll measure the rooms up, I'll find out what the planning class of the property is and whether we can use it for shared house purposes or not, as the case may be, work out what the price the owner is looking for, then see if we can come up with a deal that helps everybody. So I had a really great hour. I went out there, and not only did I get to know what's on the market, but it's just really nice to walk around the area and just familiarise yourself with what's happening, what looks like a student let, and really what's going on in that local area. So I didn't get any calls, okay? So I delivered just under 20 letters. I think it was 19. And sadly, nobody called me from those letters. But I did get a call from somebody that saw my video on Facebook and said, I've seen you out there delivering letters, and I own a property that's actually on the same road as one of the properties that you already own, and I'm considering selling it. It's already a HMO. Would you be interested? So there you go. So the moral of the story is you've got to get out there and do more. Now, only because I was out there and I posted it on the internet, I've now got another potential deal. I don't know if I'm going to buy it yet. Need to work out the numbers. But it's just a really good case in point to say the more you do, the more you get. Hey, that was just a quick video just to share a little bit of my story. I hope you find my videos useful. If you do, please do subscribe, because it really does help the algorithm and it helps me get my message out to more people. I'm just here, keeping it real. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.